It's true and horror story of my life. I cannot forget that scary night. It was 2 o'clock in the night and I was going home after finished work of my office. There was also a scary village on my way. It was raining heavily that night and lightning was also thundering in the sky. That night, the highway was out of power due to heavy rain. It was dark everywhere. And on the highway, I was driving my car alone that night. I had a strange fear in my heart. Not a single car was visible on the road. Suddenly, I saw a girl is standing in front of my car. I stopped the car and that girl come to my car and she said, "My car broken down. Will you help me? It's very dark here and I am very scared. Can you drop me to my house?" Then I asked this girl, "Where is your house?" The girl said me about her house. That girl said that her house is 6 kilometers away. I said, "No problem. I leave you at home." That girl sat behind my car. When after some silence, I asked the girl, "What is your name?" This girl said her name is Eva. I also told my name. This girl asked about me. I told that I am going home after finishing work from office. Today is quite late. We both talk a lot. Suddenly, the girl said me, "I am so hungry." I said, "Yes, I am also hungry. So, what you want to eat?" Then, suddenly, there was a terrible sound. "I want to drink your blood." I was very scared and braked the car and looked back. The girl was not there. I immediately took out my mobile and started calling, but my phone was switched off. I started the car again. I was very scared. There was also a scary forest on the way. I accelerated the car very fast, but of the fear, the car was not running. After 2 hours of driving, I came out of this forest. When I got out of the forest and reached the highway, I saw the same girl standing there. She come in my car again. She had the same voice again. "I want to drink your blood." She came in my car again. When she tried to attack me, suddenly my eyes fall on the back of the car. A horrible and strange doll was placed there. I immediately threw the doll out of my car. After throwing the doll, I did not see that girl again on highway in my life. But it has been 6 years. But even today, the terrible voice of this girl echoes in my ears. Hi, this is the story of Mr. James. James says, "My parents and I shifted from one city to another city. But here we were staying in a hotel and we were not getting any good house in rent. Then one day my father got a call. A man said us the house was searched. I have found that house. We were all very happy. We don't have to stay in a hotel anymore." Just the next day, we shifted to this house. That house was very beautiful, but there was one problem. There was also an area abandoned house behind this house. In the morning, everything was normal, but at night, strange sound came from this eerie abandoned house. I also mentioned this scary sound to my parents. I did not want to sleep in my room. Why was I afraid of those scary sounds? That sounds and voices very horror. But my parents said that we got this house with very difficulty. Now we have to stay here. My parents said me, "Those voices are your illusion." Then one night when I was sleeping, suddenly at 1 o'clock in the night, my eyes opened. So I saw that something terrible was standing in this abandoned house and that thing is looking at
me. I was so scared. I went to parents' room at that time and told them that there is something terrible in this abandoned house and looking at me. So my parents were also scared. And when they come into the room, there was no one in that abandoned house. So my parents told me, my son, this is your illusion. There is no one there. It's Halloween night. Maybe a friend of yours is playing a prank. I spent that night very scared, but I thought if someone is playing this prank on me, so I will not leave it. Then went alone to that abandoned house at around 1 o'clock the next night. I did not tell my parents about it. When I entered this abandoned house, so I saw darkness everywhere. Seeing darkness everywhere, I started to get scared. Then I went up the stairs. Suddenly, I started hearing horrible noises. Those voices were very scary, and little by little they were getting scary fast. I was very scared. When I reached the window of this abandoned house, so I saw that the window of my room was visible from this window, and someone was standing in that room. He looked like me and he was talking to my parents. Maybe it was a ghost, but I was imprisoned in this abandoned house, and that ghost probably went out on its hunt every day. I had been in this abandoned house for 3 days. Then one day my parents saw me standing at the window of this abandoned house. Then they looked me out of this abandoned house. After that, we found out about abandoned house. A beast lived in this abandoned house who used to eat people. A weird beast lived in this abandoned house who used to eat people. But when he was caught, the beast was imprisoned in his house, and there he was tied. After that, we left that house. But even today, when I think about that Halloween night, so I get scared. It was a summer day. This is the story of John. John says he was 20 years old at that time, and he went to college. He has best friend. Her name was Amelia. These days, Amelia threw a pool party for all of us college friends. John's parents were not at home that night. John had invited many of his friends there. John and his friends looked very happy, and we all had a lot of fun at the party. We also had a pond in our house, and we all wanted to bath in that pool. Suddenly, some people jumped into the pool to take a bath. Some such people were also coming to the party. The ones we did not know. They were trying to enter through the gate. Those people looked strange. We were thinking that maybe these people were invited by our other friends. When those people entered the house, so some people were looking at the pond in wonder. But when these strange people looked at all of us friends, they started running after us. They even attacked some of our friends. But my friends and I were understanding it that maybe our other friends are playing prank on us. But one of them attacked our friends. He was very injured. We just understood that this is not a prank. All of us were very scared. Suddenly, the electricity was also cut off, and lighting was also thundering in the sky. All of us friends come out of the house to save our lives. My house was in the forest, and there was no house near. But we were running for our lives in this terrible darkness. Suddenly, we saw a strange person in this darkness. This person said that these people go out once a year every summer. These people are beasts who are out of in search of human blood. And these people also love the pond. Humans too. After that, the man started laughing terribly. Hearing these words of this weird person, my friends fainted and suddenly that strange person disappeared. We kept walking in the forest and suddenly we saw a hotel. That hotel was outside the forest. We spent the rest of the night at the hotel. When morning came, so we told the police everything. When we went to the house again with the police, no one was there. Even today, we think about party. We are afraid.